Guys, I'm at Griffiths Middle School in Downey, California, and my next victim is Mr. Mark Nolan. I am Josephus today, and it's April 1st, and here we are. Let's sneak in and see what kind of mischief. He's in room 82, Griffiths Middle School, Tweedy Boulevard, Downey, California. Come on in. I have no idea what we're going to see here. Mark, you here?
Yes, I'm here.
There he is. So here we are in Mark's classroom. Mark, what grade is this?
6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
6th, 7th, and 8th grade. This is a man cave. If I was a young man. So this is the woodworking area, right?
Woodworking area.
Look at this guy. So this is where you sit?
Order in room 82.
You've got a bad attitude.
This is a student adjuster.
Let me see that. Mess around with Mark in his classroom and you get the student adjuster on you. Well, it's good to see Mark. You're reading Point Man. Look at that, right on his desk. Unbelievable.
I'm actually listening to the videos.
Oh, you have the DVDs?
Tapes, the DVDs, yeah.
Look at this. Inside his man cave is a man storage area.
You can go to the right, don't go to the left.
Whoa.
Your life will be,
So he's got a storage area here. And then I saw a, what was it, Mark? A video taping area?
video production room. That's not part of my class right now. It's being used by another teacher.
So they can
This is what I used to do for the last probably 7 years. Is put on a morning video broadcast.
You did this here?
Yeah. So for about 7 years.
So you sit here and you go,
So it
morning.
looks pretty bad right
Good
now.
morning, Griffiths, like a TV show.
Yeah.
Good morning, Griffiths.
Yeah.
You would do it?
Well, students would do it. Students, I was just in charge of it.
This is a cool
Now another
classroom.
teacher's in charge of it.
Those of you that know, Mark and I went to Whittier Christian High School together. Mark got straight D's. Didn't you get straight D's, Mark? What'd you get?
Yeah.
Straight D's.
D's, F's, C's, and B's.
And in the annual at Whittier Christian High School, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, it said under his name, Mark Nolan, least likely to be in a men's Bible study at age 52.
That said least likely to graduate.
He's likely to graduate. Well, seriously, Mark, seriously, how can the guys that are watching this pray for you? As you sit in your chair with your gavel from hell, and then he's got these channel changers to pause and mute the kids as they get out of line. But in all seriousness, how can the guys watching this pray for you, Mark?
Probably just being able to stay on task and keep up with all the fun paperwork that I have. And then just wisdom and discernment of dealing with the students, staff members here. Sometimes these fun-loving little children get to the best of me, and I kind of lose my cool composure. So just understanding that, at one time I was a middle schooler. I was a ninth grader from hell. I was a ninth grader from hell, so I always try to remember that. I think God has a real sense of humor, and I don't know if I really like his sense of humor, but
So for the guys to pray for you for wisdom, for discernment, to know what to say at the right time, and to, we were talking earlier about how Mark sees people later on who have graduated. They come up to him. One of the guys was in the service and came up to him afterward and had an impact on his life. So, also, Mark and I were talking earlier about the teachers at Whittier Christian, the ones that had impacts on our lives. And I think as guys, we have to make sure that we realize we are the Frank Mercer, our principal. We are the Frank Mercer for other people. And that we have to make sure that the stuff that we say today has an impact, down the road for other people, other kids.
Definitely. I see a lot of students, and it can touch a lot of lives. Sometimes, if I don't watch what I'm saying or doing, it can be a negative way instead of a positive way. So.
To think the future of our country is in his hands makes that's something to pray about.
That's pretty scary.
Here's his period 6 kids. There's a picture and thing, and then there's a little disciplinary thing. So one of the kids, he's got to kind of write it up. You just call it write it up.
Standards, yeah.
Standards. So he's got to deal with the parent and the student, and then the administration over that. So these are the kind of stuff that Mark wants us to pray about. So anyway, Mark, thanks for giving us a tour of this. Let me see what's out here.
Just a work area. There's an outside work area.
Scratch paper.
Yeah.
Space shuttle operating instructions. Right there. What's that here? Is this? Huh?
Flight simulator over here. Instead of using this flight simulator, all of our students use a flight simulator at every computer. So, but that's kind of our old school flight simulator.
So you can just fly a plane, flight simulator?
They learn how to fly a plane, the history of flight.
Do you know how to fly a plane?
Yeah.
You have instructions? You're qualified?
No.
No. So this is the back of the. This is a different elementary school, right?
Yeah, different elementary.
How many schools are there on this block?
I just did two.
Here. What's that one called?
Maud Price Elementary School.
Maud Price, and this is Dwayne Griffiths? Griffiths Elementary School.
Gordon Griffiths was one of our first principals.
So on behalf of Pastor Mark's Men's Bible Study, this is Jim Joseph signing off with Mr. Mark Nolan. Mark, what's your phone number? Someone wants to call you or email you.
562-889-8751.
And your email address?
mnolan@dusd.net.
So if you want to tell him you're praying for him or send him an email, he needs all the encouragement he can get. This place is a mess. Looks like a bomb hit it. And I don't think there's any prayer that will solve Mark's chaos and disorganization. No, seriously, if I was a 7th grade boy, I would love this environment. I mean, this just screams, fun and interest. And
They like the motors here. You can look at the motors they just took apart.
I'm trying to leave, but he won't let me leave.
Yeah.
He keeps talking and talking and talking. Well, these are motors you've taken
Those
apart?
are little kits, and then the motors are back here.
Motors are back here.
So they took apart these today.
Jeez, he
took
talks
off
a lot.
the cylinder heads.
What's that?
They took off the cylinder heads on all those motors. So.
Well, you and Bill Lindroff ought to compare notes on
Bob?
Bob. I'm sorry, Bob, I'm putting things together. Wow. No wonder you were the one doing the floors at church.
Bob's kind of a handyman.
You're the most qualified to do this stuff at
No, I
church.
don't know about qualified.
Last time I sell little pieces of wood like this for at church. Okay, Mark, thank you for letting us crash your place, and I'll let you get back to work and lunch. So I will see you guys tonight.